Shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. All praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rechah, Kadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders, that great millstone that lead and rule well. I wanted to get into this low testosterone epidemic that we see sweeping across America and has spilled over into these other countries, and what is being deemed as the most weak generation of men that the world has ever seen. And there's all this inquiry as to why is this the case? Well, you can take it always back to the Heavenly Father, okay, who is responsible for how the course of the world is carried out, okay, how the course of action of mankind is conducted. All right, he orchestrates all that. Okay, and the Most High has brought in this spirit, ultimately, think about it, to weaken this place. All right, and because we're at the end of all men, okay, we're at the end of this age, man. All right, it's fizzled out, it's languished, and we might as well. This is in Isaiah, the 24th chapter. All right, because everything is languishing. And there's a point where when something languish, that word, it means to lose or lack vitality. All right, and you can only lose vitality. What happens when you lose all of your vitality? Isn't that a degenerative process? Okay, what they call terminal. At one point, it's going to lose all of its power and ability to even stay alive. And that's what we're seeing with this place. This is like it says, no flesh would be left to be saved if the Most High didn't change the course of how mankind is destroying himself. Okay, but that was in his plan as well, right? If he didn't set up one that is profitable, okay? Because the man in charge is destructive, and he is one of the main culprits of causing the men to become fucking weak. All right, through the shit that he's implemented into the earth. You know, we're gonna cover some of those contributing factors that have caused men to become the weakest the world has ever seen. All right, but going back into that language, it's a degenerative process. Okay, the state of you, on a fucking steady decline. Matthew 24:4, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. There you go. So it's actually fading away. All right, let's grab that in the blue letter. It's the word Nabal. In the Paleo-Hebrew Strong's H5034, it says, to be senseless, to be foolish, to sink or drop down, to languish, to wither and fall. Okay, so it's an idea of you withering away. Okay, it says to come to naught. There it is. All right. So eventually, it's pretty much like you're dying. Okay, and that's what we see. This shit can't fucking go on, because it's a state where it's gonna be no more. Something can't languish forever. Okay, something can't fade away forever. Eventually, it expires. Okay, it says the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. So that's why this place is so fucked off. Okay? Because the current rulership is not conducting society by the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Not enforcing this. It's setting this up as the standard. Alright? Let's grab this to show you how when something fades away, it's a declining process. Okay. This is in Second Esdras 14 and 15. No, Salakia. Straight to the point. 16, it says, for yet greater evils. All right, so greater means more intense. All right, larger in volume. And evils are bad times. Okay, so more bad times than those which thou hast seen. So all the things that have happened in history, the bad times, it says worse bad times are going to happen than has happened before. All right, that's what's going to happen hereafter. Look how much the world shall be weaker through age. So just as we read in Isaiah 24 and 4, how the world, the earth, is mourning and fading away and languishing. Okay, as time continues, that you have them that transgress the laws, who are set up in power and authority. Okay, so much the more shall evils, bad times, increase upon them that dwell therein. Okay, so we see now all the negative effects that are happening to the inhabitants of the earth as a result of mismanagement. Okay. So let's jump into this article real quick. This is from tnation.com. Where is all the testosterone gone? Young men and declining T levels. Young males have 30% less testosterone than they did in the recent past. Why and how can they fix it? It says, and we know, we're going to clarify now, why is this the case? Because the Most High, he fucking caused that to happen down here, okay, through all the different factors. See, the Most High has done this. It's like, why is this the case? Because the Most High did this. And just off face value, what is a society with a bunch of weak fucking men? It's a weak society, okay? So ultimately, he did it to weaken this place up. He's softening this bitch up, okay, for the takeover. This is a recent paper documented the rapidly declining levels of T in young men, using the National Health, to say the NHANES scientists, Sodom Loksher, extracted the total testosterone, TT, blood levels of thousands of American men ages 15 to 39 from 1999 to 2016. Back in 1999, the average TT level of young men was close to 600 nanograms per deciliter, which is right in the sweet spot for most men. However, when Lokshwar looked at 2016 levels, he found that the average TT levels had dropped to approximately 400 nanograms per deciliter, about a 30% decrease. Imagine being 30% less of a man. Okay, that's a lot, bro. That's a third. All right. It says, Lokshwar looked at the numbers again, this time accounting for confounders like unhealthy body mass index, chronic disease, smoking, alcohol intake, and exercise. None of that affected his initial findings. The testosterone levels of young men had, in a very short time, plummeted, and that was over 8 years ago. What are the TT levels like today? See? So, you see this thing, it's a declining process. It's getting worse. And then the more pollutants that this devil is introducing into the environment, the more it's fucking the people up, increasing that rate of decline. Okay? What's causing the epidemic is this. The authors weren't sure. Scientists offered a couple of guesses, which was an abundance of phytoestrogens in young men's diets. Okay? So, ultimately it's a bombardment of things, right? It's a whole litany of an arsenal of shit that the man is being blitzed with, all right? That's wreaking havoc on his fucking testosterone. Says that's definitely a possibility. Soybeans are a top 5 U.S. crop, and soy is notorious for containing estrogen-like phytochemicals. Okay? So, you have what's known as the soy boy, all right? And why is that a thing? Because that lowers your fucking testosterone and makes you weak, all right? Makes you docile, willing to accept, fucking societal norms, all right? And go in alignment with, the society's standards, man, which is what? To pedestalize women, shit on men, okay? To be just a fucking yes man, all right? PC. So, and then we see soy in every goddamn thing, all right? It says even if you're not drinking soy milk, soy is found in numerous foods today. Yep, you have that Elder Makama talking about his mission, fucking quest to try to find different dark chocolate without soy and all that, It's like a needle in a haystack, all right? It says, this motherfucker considered the possibilities that the growing popularity to fucking cannabis, marijuana, might have something to do with this epidemic. The drug can indeed lower testosterone and elevate estrogen. Okay. If we didn't think that was an agenda from so-called white man to plummet testosterone levels in men, think again. Okay. Why would there be so much of this cannabis shit just completely fucking flooded society? Growing up, even Jake growing up in the fucking 2000s, we'll say the mid 2010s. Okay. Well, actually, Salakia would really be the 2000s. Okay. Yep. Growing up in the fucking 2000s, you didn't have that. Even in the 2010s. Yeah, even in the fucking 2010s. But now it's just, it's flooded. It's a completely flooded society. You've got these, clinics, these shops that are on fucking popping up pretty much, almost on every fucking block. All right. And why is this? All these different products, the different wax, and all these, fucking the vaporizers and all this shit, all these products, that cannabis products, you know, that they've introduced into society, okay? And you can tell, you know, a nigga is just less on his guard when he's, you know, fucking high and shit. And all these people, they stay fucking high, you know? Stay fucking faded. And that was a symbolic for that term that they use, you know, staying fucking faded, man. All right. So it's called, they have literally have fadeth away in all fashions and forms. Okay. To where these men, they can't fucking defend shit. You know, these men can't stand up and fucking fight. All right. It is making it perfect for the Most High to come through and just steamroll this motherfucking place, man. All right. It says, while the researchers pointed their finger at phytoestrogens, xenoestrogens are more likely cause. These chemicals mimic estrogen and accumulate in more and more tissues every year. Examples include synthetic chemicals like DES and DDT, and industrial chemicals like phthalates. Okay? Xenoestrogens are found in foods, adhesives, fire retardants, detergents, drinking water, perfumes, waxes, household cleaning products, lubricants, virtually everywhere. Although we don't have the exact scope of damage caused by these chemicals, we have seen widespread reports of biological anomalies in animals and humans in the last couple of decades. Mutations, indeterminate sex organs, lessened fertility, etc. See, so indeed, that Isaiah 24, 4 and 5, and second Esdras, the 14th chapter, is, you know, we see this shit right in front of our fucking face, man. This place has no chance, okay? This place doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell, like that term goes, all right? And it was already set up. It's already written. It's really already done. This place has been taken, all right? Babylon is fucking fallen, and all the fucking, all of its constituents around the planet, all right? Because this is a global regime that we're dealing with. This whole shit is going to get toppled by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and it is right now, the Most High weakening this motherfucking place. All the products that men use, that's stripping their testosterone to make them a bitch, okay? So the Most High can take this bitch. It says, there's plenty of evidence that these chemicals are in all of us. Researchers found that 75% of the samples taken from 400 adults contain significant levels of industrial xenoestrogens, whereas 98.3% of samples contain DHT and its derivatives. To make matters even more troubling, different xenoestrogens appear to act synergistically so that their effects are magnified. Ain't that some fucking shit? Okay. Hey, take it back to the Most High, man. It says, as far as MJ goes, the testosterone lowering and estrogen elevating effects are usually marginal and temporary, but more likely to plague men who spend the bulk of their days peering through a smoky haze or chewing THC gummies like they were Starburst candies. And that's how the people in society do it. Come on, we fucking came out of this demonic world. We came out of the wicked behaviors and MO of the people. Okay, niggas just smoke all fucking day. All right. It says, so you can imagine how much, and we heard that years ago, that herb fucking lowers your sperm count and all that shit. All right, and it does. You know, a nigga who's just hopped up on pure adrenaline and rage, and compared to a nigga that's gone off of bleezy. You know, there's no comparison. He's going to slaughter that nigga, man. All right? It says, but other things could be to blame too. Let's look again at NHANES and CDC statistics. The most recent findings show that approximately 78% of men are either overweight, obese, or morbidly obese, an increase of almost 50% from 1999. That's alarming, man. All right? That niggas have become fucking obese. All right? That's dangerous. That's a major health concern, because now you're, what, like they said during that pandemic shit, the motherfucking comorbidities. That's what makes you more susceptible to pretty much dropping dead and other underlying fucking health issues. Okay, it'll lead to that shit, to your mortality ultimately. There's a connection between body fat, testosterone, and increasing obesity in males leads to increased aromatase levels, which irreversibly converts testosterone to estradiol, resulting in lower TT and elevated estrogen levels. And then there's the possibility that this low TT has to do with psychology. There's a strong link between depression and low T, and these are somewhat depressing times for a lot of young men. There's often a lack of purpose, a lack of achievement, and a lack of winning. No wonder their testicles shut down. Okay, there you go. So even pretty much the social programming, or this actually goes into like the because look, let's check out what depression would be considered. That's not behavioral, all right? Depression would be considered a mood disorder. Okay. So, not only that, but specifically going into social programming, that fucking lowers a man's, his edge. Okay, the element of him being a fucking man, his masculinity, that lowers that shit. Okay, and of course, masculinity is associated with testosterone and vice versa. Okay, the social programming of this society, what is that? Social programming is the ideas and the thoughts and the beliefs of a society being ingrained into the psyche of the inhabitants of that society. And that's what's happened to the men. These ideologies, these philosophies that, like we went into, that fucking shit on men, that pretty much lower the man's role in society. Okay, fucking pedestalize women. They encourage and cause a man to quell his masculinity at every fucking turn. When you have to suppress your masculinity at every fucking situation and scenario in fucking society, at every turn, you go to all these different establishments, to the gig and all this shit, and you have to constantly fucking quell your masculinity. That shit has an effect on your psyche, man. All right, and it makes you fucking weak. And the Most High has done this ultimately. Okay. That's why it says like the man is a dying breed. Okay. But when you go into it, the only real men are the elect of Yahweh Shem Shai. That's the last men on the planet. All right. But those men aren't going to die, right? What does it say? That there's some men on this planet that are not going to see death, all right, and they're going to get fucking um, uh, sky troops to come and the fucking air support to come through and provide the extractions of certain men on this planet, the elect of the nation of Israel, and the elect are the last fucking men on the planet, man. All right, so they're not. We coined this years ago. The real men, right? A real man is not the last of a dying breed, right? Because the elect is going to inherit the kingdom. Okay. The elect is the first of a thriving breed. Okay, because the elect being the first fruits. Okay, we're not really us. Lord willing, we be a part of that number, but the elect is out there. All right, they're not the last. All right, the last dragon and all this shit. Nah, because they're gonna be the progenitors in the kingdom, so they would be considered the first, and right, and not of a. They're not of a dying breed. It's of a thriving breed, because this is the breed that is going to be the first fruits of the nation of Israel in the kingdom. Okay, the ones that were saved out of this destruction, and then through their loins would the nation of Israel be repopulated. You know, all the fucking 2/3 that are going to get pummeled in this time by Bashim Shai, they're going to get put to death in brutal fucking ways in this final destruction, man. But in no time other than now is it going to be more crucial for a man's, a real fucking man, masculinity, that real warrior motherfucking shit, to be put on display, okay, to come to full fruition. This is the time where that is of the highest fucking value, all right, more than anything, any wealth and riches can fucking buy, all right? Is a strong man is going to be the most valuable thing on the planet, all right? And you have men, the elect, the hopeful elect, that's gearing up for that time. What does that mean, to gear up? That means to get your gear on, to put on weapons, to put on armor that is going to prevent the enemy's fucking weapon from piercing you. And this is metaphorical, right? From piercing you, from taking your fucking life. That's a very a violent fucking, militant phrase or idea for you to gear up. Because gear up means you're putting on gear to stop the enemy's weapon from taking your life, all right? From hitting your vital organs and shit, okay? But the men of Yahweh Shibya Shai are going to have that armor on them. It's metaphorical, okay? It's not, literally, we're not going to have fucking chainmail, all right? And knight's armor on and all that, okay? Breastplate and shit. That'll slow you down significantly. But it's metaphorical, man. The Most High is going to have a straight up force field on them, and that's what you can see, the hedge when you go into it, the pavilion, all right? And to be hidden, it means straight up to have a force field around you, man, okay? And it's not visible, right? It's the Most High concealing you from destruction, okay? It's in Jeremiah 51:30, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might hath failed. They became as women. They have burned their dwelling places. Her bars are broken. Okay? and this is a prophecy. How would this be the case in Babylon? Okay, to where the men were as women, and this is one of the causes. Okay, this is one of the ways that we see that these men are going to be as women, because testosterone has been fucking stripped from men. Okay, by Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, ultimately. All right, you had him put the spirit on Esau, Edom, to pursue, these different policies and agendas to pretty much bind the strong man. Okay, the strong man has been bound of all pretty much groups of people. All right, irregardless of fucking status. Okay, irregardless of nationality, of your race. All right, the Most High has put the spirit on this fucking devil to bind all men. Okay, in this aspect, binding them through the different factors that we went into, the ways that he's plummeted the man's testosterone, man. All right, fucking diet being like a huge one. All right, this fucking social programming. One of the ways in social programming, not just those philosophies and shit that would fucking change a man's psyche, but going into like the culture. Okay, what they call popular culture, pop culture. All right, what is the trends and the fashion? Okay, not just in attire, which is completely contributing to the plummeting of masculinity. If you look at a man's attire and how it's pretty much transitioned over the years, over the decades, over the centuries, all right, to where a man is more fucking effeminate in his attire than ever before. You have the short men wearing short shorts, okay, fucking skinny pants, blouses and fucking handbags, hair down the back, all this madness and crazy shit. But the Most High has put the spirit on this devil to put that, to mingle that spirit on the earth, okay? And also, so-called fucking bedroom preferences, okay, have become completely fucking outlandish, and he's made that happen in many ways from, the adult entertainment industry has influenced people to be very degenerate in their relations, okay? All the ways that he's social engineered and programmed the people in that way, all right? But what does it say in Amos 3 and 7, is it? Salaki, it might be 6. Let's go to Amos 3. In the KJV. And 6, it says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people be not afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and Yahweh hath not done it? Okay, so ultimately this is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's doing, man. That made this fucking devil put xenoestrogens into all your fucking daily living products, your daily household products, the daily products that you need to live and sustain. Okay, even fucking food he went into, he's got that all up in there. All right. Jeremiah 30:6, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Okay, so this, you know, when you go into these prophecies, you got to understand that what was written aforetime was written for our learning, and some of these are also can be applicable to the future. Okay. Well, look, fucking history fucking repeats itself, and times are reincarnated, man. All right. So this indeed is what we see happening in real fucking time. All right. This has become our reality. That men have become as women, man. Men literally do shit like fucking women. You have men transitioning into fucking women, man. All right. To reports that say that, you know, it's almost like a role reversal, and the man is in his fucking feminine energy, which, how is that even possible? All right. Okay. And all faces turn into paleness. What happens when fear overtakes you? Okay. They say that you turn pale. All right. It's like they say, it's like you look like you saw a fucking ghost. All right. When a man loses the color in his face, it's from mortification. Let's go ahead and pull that. Let's see if we can get something on that. Jeremiah 30:6. Into paleness. All right. Mildew, lividness. Okay. From drought, greenish yellow. From fright. Bam, there it is. From fright. Okay. And let's see. Yarakawan. Okay. Strong's H3420. Yarakwawan. Okay, Yarakwawan. To be whether a person's paleness from fright. Okay, fucking scared, man. All right. What do we just go into? They have forborne to fight. All right. They're fucking scared, man. All right. Overcome with fear. And that shit can be gripping, you know, to where you can't even make a maneuver. It says in Isaiah 19:14, okay, expounding on that, Amos 3:6. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai hath mingled the perverse spirit in the midst thereof. See? So has anything happened that the Most High has not done it? All right. So he's the one that mingled the perverse spirit, you know, this going into all the those deviant encounters that we're talking about, you know, those deviant behaviors in your, you know, bedroom proclivities and all that shit, right? But it also goes into a perverse spirit in general, okay? Let's grab that. And fucking a man being effeminate is fucking perverse, man. All right? It's against nature. Like it says, doesn't even nature itself teach you, Salakia, you know, that if a man have long hair, it's a shame unto him. It's this kind of shit. It's against nature, man. Isaiah 19:14. perverse spirit. Okay. Let's see. Warping, distorting from perversity, depravities. Man, there it is. So when you go into moral depravity, okay, to be morally depraved, it means to lack fucking morals. All right? To have no moral fucking decorum. But to be, no, that's perfect depravities. Moral depravity. The Most High has mingled moral depravity. And yes, it is morally depraved for a man to not be a fucking ultimate man. It is. Okay, that's the purpose. And what does it say? Even leaving the natural. That's the natural purpose of a man. To be a fucking ultimate man. To be a warrior. All right? And even of the other nations, what the fuck use does any other type of man bring? Okay? That's why they used to discard of men that were, that were fucking inept. All right? Serve no fucking purpose. They used to, those invalids, they used to put them down. All right? It says, Yahweh that mingled the perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err, and every work thereof as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Okay, and the scriptures talk about how the Most High was going to plague Egypt with plagues as before. He's gonna hit it with the plagues of old. All right, modern day Egypt we know to be fucking America, the Great Babylon. That place which is spiritually Sodom in Egypt. All right, this place which is the notorious land of captivity, the land of the north of the nation of Israel here in this time, even still modern day. But the most recent captivity that the nation of Israel was in under Esau, Edom, all right, primarily here in the land of the north in America, man. All right, this being Egypt being the fucking house of bondage. Okay, the Most High was gonna hit this place with plagues as before. All right. And this ultimately to what? To destroy Egypt. Okay. This was going to be one of the contributing factors to this place's destruction was what? Weakening the man. All right. And that's why this is going to be more fucking invaluable. Invaluable means you can't even put a value on it. It's so priceless. All right. Isaiah 32:2, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Okay? So man is going to be the only way that anybody is going to make it up out of here. Is through a man. Through a strong fucking man. Man of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, ultimately. All right, the elect. And even on GP, general principle, when during societal collapse, the ones that are going to survive the longest is a fucking man. Even the men that are going to eventually at certain phases, the different waves of destruction that's going to come in this time, whether they get picked off by the Most High, later on or at different times, it doesn't matter. It still stands that a strong man is the only thing that's going to get a motherfucker through this thing. All right? Through the wind, which is synonymous and symbolic for destruction when it comes, man. From the tempest, the wind, that's what it's in reference to when all hell breaks loose. All right? A man is the most solid thing, okay? A solid foundation. The ones that are fucking men, and those ones are going to be the most valuable thing on the planet, and that's what's like brothers go into as this place collapses. The more this place plummets, the higher the value of a real man is fucking skyrocketing. All right. Finishing off in Isaiah 13 and 12, I will make a man more precious than fine gold. All right. And that's what's going to allow this to come to pass. When this destruction is unleashed upon this fucking place, and you're going to need a covert from the tempest. You're going to need a covering from the destruction. All right. It's going to make a man even more precious than any riches. It says even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Okay. So we see that the Most High has caused men testosterone levels to fucking plummet, their masculinity to fade away. All right. Weakening them, weakening this fucking society. Right? He bolstered up women. He has caused women to compass, to surpass, and compass. To surpass meaning to go beyond, and also to compass, which straight up means to conquer the man, right? To destroy this fucking place. It's the perfect way to destroy a place, set up a woman, all right? And then in turn, as well, at the same time, he's destroying a man's masculinity, making him weak and defenseless, all right? The perfect recipe to come in and invade, all right? To soften a place up, to come invade and to take it over more easily, all right? That's why it's going to be such a fucking, it's going to be a cakewalk in that time for this place to get toppled, all right? We see the perfect recipe for disaster for all these people, which is us. For us, it's fucking glorious, all right? To see this coming to pass, this place getting weakened up fattened up for the slaughter, so to speak, all right? So with that, all praise and glory to Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rocha Kadash. May He continue to keep the resolve of the hopeful elect strong. To the men, first and foremost, of Great Millstone, and them that follow in the doctrine. All right. So with that, shalom.